Hey kids, and welcome to the show. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about oil, specifically the oil that we're not getting from Crowder. Damn it. Hey kids, and welcome to the show. Today we're going to be talking about oil, specifically because I was listening to this climate chat yesterday with President Biden, Secretary Buttigieg, and some other people that I honestly don't remember their names, unfortunately. But they're building this big plant in Tennessee where they're going to be building these fast, rapid chargers for electric cars. Why that is so important is because they are planning on changing, all cars sold in the United States by 3035 are going to be 50% of them have to be electric. So these companies are going to have to jump on board with electric. What does that mean for you as the little person? That means they are purposely getting our fuel amount down. So what's going to happen? The fuel prices go up. Remember I said before, fuel prices are the government's way of raising your taxes without raising your taxes. Cut the fuel lines, and then all of a sudden, those oil prices go up. Remember, the government gets about 18% per gallon. 18% of your sale goes to good old Uncle Sam. Which means if you're paying a dollar, 18 cents. If you're paying $2, it's 36 cents. But guess what? You're paying $30, or you're paying $2, but you're still only getting the 1 gallon. So you're paying for 2 gallons of fuel, you're getting 1 gallon. You get that? So you're not really paying for 2 gallons, you're paying for 1 gallon, but it's costing the same as 2 gallons. Now we have seen gas prices already with the ending of the Keystone Pipeline and making it to where we're shipping oil over here. We've already seen gas prices go up over $2, over $3. During the Obama-Biden administration, yes, back then, gas prices went way over $5. Diesel for us was just under the most I paid for diesel in Oklahoma was $4.86. I remember thinking to myself, holy crap. Actually, I did pay over $5, but it's daily. I don't count when you're out in the middle of nowhere and people take advantage of your gas prices. So gas was there at right at $4.50 to $5, and that was expensive. And we started a business during that time because we didn't take debt. The problem is over the last couple of years during the pandemic, debt. We have been a nation of debt. Our nation has gone into debt, and our people have gone into debt. And our nation went into debt to put our people in debt. And how did they do that? They gave us these stimulus checks, just threw them out there. And the reason they just threw them out there is because there's a lot of big companies that wanted that money. And most of that money went to Walmart, Amazon, and those big companies. They didn't go to those little mom and pop shops. And the little mom and pop shops did their best. And a lot of them have gone out of business. So now we're seeing the job numbers and they're like, well, we've added 4 million jobs. But the problem is right before the pandemic, and I'm not blaming Biden completely. This is on Trump too. When you shut down the economy and you lose 400 million jobs and you only get back 3.4, you get it. We still haven't gotten as many jobs back that we lost. And people are not socially ready to even see each other or talk to each other. People have been locked up. So imagine being locked up. As a soldier, I can imagine that. We spent our holidays on base or in a foreign country or wherever it was, but you didn't spend it with your family. You were locked up. You change. Everybody says soldiers change when they come back. Regardless of whether you go to combat or not, when you enlist and you come back, you change because you are confined. They tell you what to eat, what to drink, what to wear. They tell you when to wake up, when to go to bed, who you can hang around, who you can hang around with, who you can't. You think I'm kidding? There are very specific people you are allowed to talk to and you are not. And certain MOSs are allowed to talk to certain MOSs. It's really weird. MOS for civilians is a military occupational specialty. So that's your job in the military. So a mechanic might not be talking to the colonel's wife, but the chaplain's assistant would. So there are very strict protocols for when you communicate with anyone. And in basic training, they let us see the sports scores. That was it. We got a newspaper. It was redacted. Pages torn out, markers through it. We were not allowed to see things. And that is what the government did to us over the last few years. Things were hidden and the media helped. They hid things. And people made decisions based on what they were allowed to see and not based on what was actually happening. One of the things early on, I started calling all my friends. Luckily, I have friends that live all over the country. So whenever I hear news about some place, something happening at some place, I would call them up and say, hey, is this really happening there? Are you experiencing this? Because I wanted to get a feel for what's really happening on the ground versus what the media has been sharing. If you don't think I know what I'm talking about, or you think I'm making this up, you can go to Rumble and look at a video I made about the COVID vaccine. I made it several months ago with the most current research, and I was given a strike for misinformation. That video is on Rumble with some commentary, and you can see it. It's in its entirety. If I uploaded that video today, minus the fact that it's already been coded and all that, and they know that video, it wouldn't get a strike. So the idea that I can get my news from reporters on the ground and from soldiers all overseas and my other ways of getting news, and I can get it faster than CNN or Fox and all that, and then when I try to present it, it basically gets hidden. And why? Because they're not news shows anymore, guys. They're entertainment. They want you to click. That's what it is. Look up your favorite news anchor and go to IMDb and look them up. And they have a SAG profile. And yeah, it's because they're on TV. But mostly because they get paid to read a teleprompter. And I'm willing to bet a lot of those people that are reading those teleprompters, once the studio lights are off, they don't believe a jack word of what they said. Lucky for you, I don't care what you think about me. I want my kids to know who I was, so you're going to get it straight from me. So what's happening? Oil is artificially high so the government can make extra money. Remember, 2 gallons of, or $2 oil, just remember, gas goes up, the amount of oil you use doesn't, or amount of gas you use doesn't, and you pay more. And then you pay more for the milk, and then you pay more for the eggs and the bread and the fruit if you're lucky to get it. And then comes the government assistance. We're here to save you. So here it comes, guys. Here's my prediction, and here's the one that has no merit. I'm not going to even show you any articles, but this is where I'm at. The government is going to start giving out government cheese again. It's just probably going to be called a UBI, but it's going to happen. And when it does, the dollar is going to tank. The lucky thing is, every country in the world is tanking right now because of the pandemic. The problem is the countries that stopped screwing around and playing politics with the pandemic and started actually getting back to work are going to be in much better positions. The countries that have milked and extracted the resources from their people, ours included, will have a longer time rebounding. But we will, because Americans are awesome. And hopefully we can get rid of these millennials and boomers and the alpha generation, and I'll be talking to you guys about that in a future show, is about to show everybody what the world is really about. So get ready. I am thankful that my young children, are the alpha generation. Have a great day, and until next time, work hard, be kind, and have fun.